of the world, now I'm living. And the good just gets better, keeps on giving. Not even close to the end, it's just beginning. Life is getting lighter while the days are getting brighter, yeah.
Hey there, welcome to February of 2025. I don't know about you, but I got launched out of a cannon in January, so I'm kind of looking forward to a little bit more of quiet time come February. But this month, we're going to be riding the waves of the master number 11. So what does that even mean? Well, we first have to look at the universal year, right? So 2025, 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5 equals 9. Okay, we're going to add that to February, which is the second month, and that comes up as an 11. So this is going to be a month when you might be feeling a bunch of downloads coming in from spirit, heightened intuition, flashes of insight. You're just kind of a little bit more tapped in February. You're going to be able to see things with more clarity because the 11 brings in the illumination. It's like someone just flicked on the lights, right? And spoof, there you go. You look around and it's like, holy crap, this is what's going on. All right, I see it now. I understand it now. I'm seeing it with more clarity because now I'm seeing the light. Okay. But if you're anything like me, you might be really challenged this month. You may be asking to change your perspective on a lot of different things. I know I've had to look at things very differently in the last month, and now I'm seeing them with more clarity now that we're into February. So this is going to be a month, February's going to be a month where we're really going to be encouraged to accept people where they're at, accept them as they are. Okay. And this is going to be difficult for some of us, right? Because all of us have people that drive us nuts, right? All of us have ones that you just don't understand. But February is going to be shedding a little bit more of a light. This is a bonus that you're going to get so that you can actually see people with a little bit more clarity. Sounds like fun, right? Okay. So, what about the movie Lars and the Real Girl? Have you seen it, right? You just can't even believe it. What can it teach us? So recently, my husband and I, we fell upon this movie on Netflix, and it completely and entirely blew us away. I freaking loved it. I mean, what's not to like about Ryan Reynolds anyways? But if you haven't seen Lars and the Real Girl, do yourself a favor, grab yourself some popcorn, tune into Netflix, and get her done. It is an amazing story. It's all about Lars, who's a really sweet, shy kind of guy, obviously has had some kind of trauma in his life, and yet he's kind of socially awkward, but he falls in love with this, wait for it, a life-size doll, right? Kind of a skanky looking thing, right? Anyway, she's a life-size doll. Her name is Bianca. Okay, get your minds out of the gutter just for a minute. I know it sounds bizarre, right? Okay, so but here's the kicker. So instead of staging an intervention, his family and his community, small community, rolls with it, right? They just go along with it. Lars thinks this girl is real, and they're like, all right, let's do it. But they treat Lars's new friend Bianca like she's real. All right. They're bathing her, they're taking her out, they're offering her drinks, they're dancing with her, and it's something to see. But they choose not to mock Lars. Instead, they choose to support him where he's at. He's obviously got some issues that he's working through. And guess what? That love and the acceptance helps Lars to heal in unimaginable ways, ways that no one could even imagine or expect. So recently, it has really become more evident to me that sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is meet people where they're at in their own version of their personal reality, even if that includes a life-size doll named Bianca. So, February's mission, should you choose to accept it, of course. This month, the universe is asking us to meet people exactly where they're at without trying to fix them, without trying to change them, right? Just meet them where they're at. Try resisting the temptation to ask them to conform to your agenda. We're parents, like many of us are parents, and we have certain expectations for our kids. We hope that they'll get a decent education, that they'll have a decent job. Maybe they'll get married. Maybe they'll have a few kids or whatever. But this is learning how to step back and accept people where they are at. Because wouldn't you hope that someone, anyone, everyone would accept where you're at for the choices that you're making, right? So here's how you can lean into February's energy a little bit better. Drop the judgment. That's the start. Drop the judgment. Everyone's got their own Bianca, right? Well, maybe not everybody, but you know what I'm saying, metaphorically. Maybe it's a quirky habit. Maybe it's a dream that seems a little out there, a little far-fetched, or maybe a weird obsession with something that's really bizarre. Okay, let them have it. Mel Robbins just wrote a book called Let Them, and it's hugely successful. I think it rides on the coattails of what I'm saying here. Ask yourself why it's so important to you that they conform to your way of thinking. Why is that such a big deal for you? Are you afraid of being embarrassed? Are you afraid that you just can't help them because you don't understand them? Oh, been there, got that t-shirt. Be curious, right? Instead of thinking, what the, try saying, tell me more, right? Share with me, tell me more. You might be surprised at how much you'll learn about someone when you approach them with genuine curiosity, right? Laugh a little. What the heck? Laugh a little. Acceptance doesn't have to be heavy. Sometimes the best way to connect with others is to laugh with them and not at them, right? There's a big difference here. Here's a numerology tip if you want to get some really quick insight on how to understand someone better. Find out what their life path number is. It's super easy calculation, but it's super important, right? It helps us to meet everybody where they're at because we have that inside information. So this is one of the quickest ways to shorten the distance between you and someone else. Take the time to learn who they are simply by knowing their life path number. It's easy peasy. I only do easy peasy, right? So check the description below. I'm going to put a link in there for a video that I created a few years ago that's really going to help you to determine what someone's life path number is. Oh, selfless plug, right? My 90-minute readings, my 90-minute soul signature readings, and the master number 11 readings are all 50% off right now. 50% off, right? They've never gone this low. So I'm really passionate that everybody figures their shit out this year, right? You got to get on board, people. You really do. You got to have your blueprint to move forward. This is going to be a massive, massive transformational year. So you need to have your navigational map. Okay. So check out the link below and get it booked now because I only have so many spots available at the 50% off price, and I'd love to see you. So final thoughts for February 2025. You want to accept the now. Be in the present. This is my goal for 2025, to learn how to be more present. In numerology, the energy of the 11 is going to challenge us to surrender and to trust in the process and let go of the judgment, both of ourselves and also of everyone else. So this is going to include seeing people as they are right now in this moment, okay, without imposing any expectations or agendas on them. Oh, you know what? I had an experience recently where I was at Costco and I was walking around in a bit of a coma. I had just had some really bad news. I had lost a family member very randomly, very quickly, very unexpectedly. And I was walking around Costco, pushing my cart aimlessly around. I knew I was there for something, but I couldn't really get my shit together, right? But one thing occurred to me. I thought there's absolutely nobody in this store right now who knows what I've just experienced. Absolutely no one, right? And that means that I don't know anything about their stories either. And it's kind of humbling when you think about it, because that's when we really have to meet people where they're at. When somebody's got a real shitty on, and they're being nasty or they're not very friendly, or maybe they're angry or they're, whatever, their behavior is just generally bad. You don't know their story, right? Try this month, if only for this month. See how it feels to just accept them where they're at. You don't know their story. And guess what, guys? They don't know yours either. Okay. So be a mirror, like the townspeople, the community in the movie that Lars was in. You want to reflect kindness and understanding. This year, 2025, is all about that. Regardless of what month this is, 2025 is going to be about meeting people where they're at. It's going to be about being more compassionate, have a more humanitarian feel, be of service to others rather than always driving it forward for yourself. So when we can accept others, we're going to create a space, like a safe space for them to grow in at their own pace. And maybe by doing that, they can allow you to do the same. So, who's it going to hurt? If you show a little compassion to those who appear a little different to you, who's it really going to hurt? Intuitive connections. February's energy supports deepening your intuitive awareness of others' emotions. Can you listen more closely? Can you practice listening a little bit more rather than talking? Can you choose not to respond? Sometimes we're really quick to react, but sit there and truly understand those who are different from you. Here's your affirmation for February. I honor where I am, and I honor others where they are at. So February 2025 is going to be about ditching the judgment and embracing everything that's just a little bit quirky, right? Because let's be honest, guys, who isn't just a little bit quirky, a little bit weird? Man, if you're hanging out in my circles, you got to be weird, right? You got to be a little out there. So I know that you guys are going to be creating your best non-judgmental, 100% accepting month ever. Okay, so here's to embracing tolerance and patience and acceptance. Let's do this. Let's make being a little weird, a little quirky, our new norm for 2025. Thanks, guys. Looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.